Okay, so I am loving the new iPhone, but I have found a fundamental flaw in it, at least for me. And that is, and this is my old iPhone just because I'm showing you guys what I've been set up. Basically, it is missing that, which is the headphone jack. So you just have the lightning connector, which, you know, I could live with for now. But just because I travel all the time and my phone, I have all my music on it, I use it to navigate, I have the topo maps on it for when I'm off-roading, and it basically just murders the battery. I'll maybe, on a trip, get 3 or 4 hours out of the battery on my phone, which isn't too bad, but I basically need it longer. So, to solve that problem, I got one of these guys, Airport Express, and I got it working pretty good. Plug it into the auxiliary jack on my head unit, and I know people are like, why don't you just replace the head unit? Well, I like that one. It's simple, it sounds good, and it just works. And also, some of the places that I drive, you know, I don't need a big flashy head unit saying basically, yeah, come take me. Well, this thing, look, I can just boom, hide it in the center console, and I'm done. Now, I know there's tutorials out there to run this little thing off of 5-volt USB, but I'm not going to do that because I kind of want to keep it like this in case I want to use it in the house, because I could just pull it out and put it in the house whenever I want to. And I'm just running it off of this little inverter, and as you can see, it uses next to nothing. So in terms of power, that's not a big issue. And I think you can charge your phone off of it, which is another bonus. Haven't tried it, but I'm pretty sure it works because I've had Airport Express base stations in the past and it worked. So if it does charge my phone, awesome. One less plug I have to carry. Anyway, because, and I'll show you on my old phone, because the Airport Express is basically a router, one of the issues I was running into when trying to stream music on the new one is it would try to connect to the internet through that. And because there is no internet connected and it's not, extending an already built network, I came up with this little workaround. So what you basically would do is you would go into your settings, Wi-Fi, and I'm just going to forget it right now so I can just show you what it does, or how to fix this. Where is it? Forget network, and forget. Sorry, I'm trying to do this through an iPhone screen. There's a little bit of a delay, but anyway, now to stream music in my car wirelessly, I would just choose the network that I want to use, which is Forerunner Wi-Fi. Put in my password, which I'm not going to show you what it is. Sorry, I'm like not used to the correct screen anymore. There we go. Okay, so I would basically, whoops, wrong password. Now I would just hit join, and if I did it right, now it shows up as connected. But one of the problems was, and it really can't show you on this phone because it is deactivated, because I got my new one, is when I would try to say stream radio and just connect down here, shows up, and it takes a second. Do I have it turned down? Yeah, I have it turned down. But now basically the music, instead of going through the headphone jack or that lightning adapter, now can go through my car stereo. But the problem was when I was trying to stream radio, it would try to connect to the internet through that, and because there was no internet, it couldn't stream any music. So what I had to do, the workaround for that, is I would basically just go into the Wi-Fi settings, give it a static IP, or even, I think you can even do it here. No, you can't. So you have to give it a static IP. So in the case that one was at, it was 10 dot what was it? 0. Shoot, I forgot. 10.0.1.2. So I would just put that in 10.0.1.2. Subnet mask was 255.255.255.0. And then I would leave router DNS and all that stuff blank. And you just go back and it saves it. And then what should show up, yeah, no internet connection. So now that this is set up as just a Wi-Fi network for streaming music, I can now play like my iTunes Radio, Pandora, I don't even use Pandora, I use Apple Music for pretty much everything. But now I can basically stream all the music through the Wi-Fi and not have to worry about the internet connection. So yeah, it's a little bit, down and dirty, but I figured, what the heck? Because I hate those Bluetooth dongles that you can use to plug in, because they either have a battery that you have to recharge, and they just sound like total crap because you're basically compressing music and sending it over Bluetooth, which has limited bandwidth, whereas this is 802.11 AC, and basically it streams the music uncompressed, and because I'm connected directly into my head unit, it sounds really good. And the other thing is, too, I noticed this with my old iPhone, is when I was charging it in the car and had it plugged into the headphone jack, you'd get that funky alien sounding kind of noise. But now with the even with when there's nothing playing, now with the Airport Express, I can turn this up almost all the way. That is all the way. And you can hear it a little bit, but that's also because it's maxed out. But during normal listening and stuff like that, you no longer get that funky, weird, alien sounding noises. So it's really clean like that. And even like, I know I'm playing music and then recording it, but you can tell it sounds really clear. And I haven't tried it yet, but I'm pretty sure that, actually, I might be able to try it now. Maybe not, because this one doesn't have internet on it. But I'm pretty sure, too, that navigation may work through it, too. So, oh, wait, that's to my own house, so that wouldn't make any sense to go there, considering I'm parked here. Okay, yeah. I can't show you the navigation just because there's no internet on it, and I don't think it would work anyway. You just say, yeah, waiting for network. All right. So yeah, guys, that was just my little solution. I know there's probably better ones out there, especially Apple sells the dongles and stuff like that. But if anyone's had an iPhone, and use them as long as I have, you know that the cable's fray, and I really don't think it's worth $60 for a cable that can plug in, and I can plug in the where is it? I can plug in this thing and the charger at the same time. I mean, it's not a bad solution, Apple, but honestly, this is a really, really thin wire, and I don't think it would hold up to the amount of use that this thing's going to see. Where this thing, no wires whatsoever. So it's also super convenient too for when I just want to jump in the car and go somewhere real quick and not have to fumble around and look for a dongle or a charge cable or something like that. And the other thing is too, is just because I have a bulletproof case on the new iPhone, the other thing, I think Belkin made it or something, it's a lightning connector that has the charge cable, or the lightning connector for the charge cable, and then another one that's just the standard headphone jack, and it's this big thing that plugs into the bottom of the phone. Don't feel like spending about $80 for that thing, and also it doesn't fit my case. So these things go for about $100, and if I really wanted to, I could take it apart and get a 3.3 volt regulator and wire it up to run that way. But I figured, I'm like, you know what, now I can use this thing when, if I want to use it in the house, or on another set of speakers, I can just unplug it and grab it with me, and it's all set up. So yeah, that's my solution to the iPhone not having a headphone jack, but whatever, it works for me. So found out, no, you can't charge your iPhone off this thing. Apparently the USB port does not output power on the newer Airport Expresses, which isn't a big deal. But yeah, I was wrong about that. My bad.